Okay, so on this blank piece of paper you picked up today, we're going to be writing a few things down. You're going to need your regular pen or pencil plus these three colors, red, orange, and yellow. If you don't have them, go run. So we're going to be comparing regular complete dominance. We've talked about this a little bit already. And we're going to compare that to codominance. And actually this is one word, I just want dominance. And I'm not going to write dominance anymore. So I'm going to give you a trait and we're going to look at what it looks like in a butterfly. So I'm going to do butterfly. And capital R is going to be red wings. And little r is going to be yellow wings. So we know that red wings is dominant, and we're going to look at gets two reds, well, then its wings will be red. It might get one of each, which is what we're going to be talking about today. Or it could get two. If it gets yellow and yellow, its wings are definitely yellow. The normal situation fly, even though it's carrying the secret yellow, the wings are totally still red. So that is our first and normal situation. It's big R, little r, and red totally wins, as it should. And that is called complete dominance. And so if we were going to look at this butterfly, its wings would be red, just like we thought. Okay. Sometimes, though, some other weird stuff happens. In other scenarios, same situation, we get a dominant red and a recessive. And in that case, red doesn't win and yellow doesn't win, but they do mix like paint. What color would you get if both red and yellow mix like paint? You get orange wings. So all of a sudden, two parents that are red and or yellow might create a butterfly that is orange. We see it with flowers where the parents are red and white and the offspring are pink. So now, with incomplete, they mix like paint. You get a blend of the two. And this would be something that we kind of get with like human height. Those two blend. Incompletely dominant. In the heterozygous position, in reality, you don't even write it like this. This is codominance. And this, on this one, you see so this butterfly might have yellow as its background markings on it. And you can see both the red and the yellow. This is how you get like stripes on a cat, patches on a dog. So those are your three scenarios: complete, incomplete, and co-dominant. So if you just have a tiny bit of space, you might want to do this on the back, which I'm going to do. My example is going to be blood type, and we're still probably going to be using this red right here. So blood type. Maybe you've heard of blood type A. Maybe you've heard that people have blood type B. And maybe you've heard that people have blood type O. And we're going to show you an example of codominance. Okay. If a red blood cell is type A, and that's a very common type, you have a little protein sticking off of your red blood. It looks a little bit like that. And that's if you're type A. And A happens to be dominant. If you are type B, you have a red blood cell type B. This happens to also be dominant. If you are type O, which is, you don't have any proteins on your red blood cells. There's nothing sticking off. The trick is that how many versions of a trait do you always get? 2. You have 2 of them. I don't know what combination you have, but you have 2. Sometimes you only see 1, but you definitely, so you have a 9 from your mom, and you have a chromosome 9 from your dad. Mom gives you what she thinks your blood type should be. Dad gives you what he thinks your blood type should be. What are the possible versions you could have been given? Maybe mom gave you A, and dad also gave you A. In that case, look at your red blood cells, they would look like this. Maybe one of your parents gave you A, but the other one gave you O. O is recessive to A. So A wins, and you look just like that. Either way, you have blood type A, because O is hiding. Maybe one of your parents gives you B, and the other parent gives you B, and now you are blood type B. And if you were to look at your B, and another parent gives you O, which is recessive, because B is also dominant, then you would still have type B, and your blood would still look like this. So your mom gives you type O, your dad gives you type O, you are type O, and your blood cells. And then the final situation is if a parent gives you A and the other one gives you B. And this is where we get the example of codominance, because they're both dominant. And with codominance, you see both. So if you can think about what the blood might look like, your type is AB. You say both letters, and if you were to look at that blood cell, you would see some A marker proteins, and you would also see B. Now this is important if you are giving blood. If you are type A and you give blood to somebody that has type B, their immune system will attack that blood because it's foreign and they don't recognize it, and that would kill the person. So if you're a doctor someday, you wouldn't want to mess this up. If you are type A and somebody gives you type O blood, your body would not attack it because there's nothing on the outside to recognize as foreign, so it doesn't attack this at all. So if you are type O, you can actually give your blood to anybody who's type B, anybody who's type A, and any that needs blood in the hospital, you can't their O's. So if you have type O, they need to have O on hand to give you blood. It's also less common. If you are type AB, blood from somebody with type A, your body recognizes these proteins, doesn't attack it, so you're good. If you get blood from somebody with type B, you're like, oh, there's nothing there, doesn't attack it. Type AB, you can take blood from everyone. A, B, O, and AB. However, if you are type AB, you cannot give your blood to anybody. If you give it to O, the immune system will attack all these proteins. Same thing here. If you give it to B, your immune system will attack the A proteins. And if you give it to A, your immune system would attack the B proteins. So type AB, you can give your blood to no one, but you can get blood from just about everyone. So there's another thing called a positive and negative Rh factor, which we're not going to talk about. But the percentages in the population of A's is 30% A positive, another 8% A negative. For B's, B positive is about 8% and B negative is about 2%, so a little bit more rare. Type O, O positive, 35%. O negative, 13%. If you are an O, you should donate blood. They need you because you can give your blood to anybody. And then type AB, positive is about 2% and AB negative is. I've given you an example of what codominance looks like. You see both with blood type. That one. I've given you an example when it mixes like pink. And I've given you the normal example where red is winning, which is way more common. It happened to select traits just accidentally that were determined by two alleles where it showed complete dominance. One was completely dominant over the other. And we're actually going to practice other patterns of inheritance called incomplete and codominance. Okay, when a red snapdragon, that's a plant, is crossed with a white snapdragon, the next generation has pink flowers, mixed like pink. Blood type. You can, if you have both alleles, you actually see both phenotypes or what they look like at the same time. So a black kitty has black fur and black fur, and a tan kitty has tan fur and tan. Same thing here, both show up. So you'd get a whole bunch of stripy cat babies. This is how you get a tabby cat. Then that tabby cat goes out into the woods and meets a little black kitty, and the tabby cat offers black and tan. It can't offer stripes. It offers one or the other. The black cat offers black and black. And so when those kitties have babies, you would have 50% of the babies are black and 50% of them are striped. Here, this is black and tan, and this is tan and tan. This is a cat. What is the pattern of inheritance in this example? Colors, because you see the stripes. So you would say that this is codominance because you see both colors. Then it says, what are the geno and phenotypes of the parents? That sounds terrifying. It's not hard. Genotype is the letters. Phenotype is what it looks like. One parent has two T's and it's tan. One parent has black and tan and it's a stripy cat called tabby. List the possible geno and phenotypes of the offspring. Sounds like there should be like 16 lines here, but it's not that bad. 50% of them are tabby, and the other 50% are tan. What is the ratio of the offspring that will have tabby fur? There's only 2 of the 4. Each box is 25%. So 50% would be tabby, 50% is tan, and 0% types of their offspring. Well, if they're both tan, then you would have tan and tan, tan and tan. All the kitties come. You're going to do one for wing color in a moth. And please note, you don't see both. Blend like paint, red and orange, paint makes orange, that's incomplete. So you're going to go ahead and finish that. Okay, good luck.